Hi everyone. Welcome back to Swindler's Day. Yay.
Yay! Why the hell is baseball America's pastime? It's a boring sport. Anyways.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah,
Announcements before we begin. I have one, but it's a personal one. So, does anyone else want to go first? If they have any?
I don't.
No.
No, not that I think of. Wash your hands, stay inside.
Sweet. For those of you that don't follow me personally, episode 3 of Watchmen came out today.
Oh, nice.
So if you want to go and watch me play Dr. Manhattan, you can. I don't have the link on me. It's on my Twitter. You go look at my Twitter and you can go and see that. That's all I had. It's actually a really good episode. This one was a really good episode. It's nice. I had fun.
Congrats.
Yeah, that's all I got for that. So there you go. Apart from that, hi Dyto's mom. I see you in chat. I don't know who else is here.
Hello, hello.
Hi Nisa, if you're there. I don't know. I need to refresh the stream because it's still on. Whatever. But yeah. So, unless anyone else has any other announcements, we can go ahead and get started. So I guess without further ado, let's jump into tonight's episode of Emoris, y'all.
Let's do it.
Yay!
Let me pull up my thing. So, I'm going to do a very quick recap of what happened beforehand. Who posted that in chat? Thanks, Esprit. I appreciate that.
I got you.
So, previously on Emoris, the Silver Goats had begun to travel southwards, heading to your new destination, new old destination of the capital city of Rakrovi. So on your way out of Herhan, which is where you stopped off last, you had to travel through this like strange, like half-plagued landscape that was home to all manner of creatures, most of which you did not see, but you did encounter one kind of sorrow spawn, sort of like late at night, which was scary for all of you, but you managed to go through thanks to some very bad rolls from me, and you continue to travel in like a southwesternly direction for many days before the next event on this journey happened, where as you were traveling down one of the roads with sort of trees somewhat encompassing it, as you were traveling, a large greenish hand came down from one of the trees and just scooped up Wade and attempted to flee the scene with him. After fighting it, you know, you all were caked in acid and various other bits of creature muck. But it did leave you questioning, you know, was this like a random thing? If not, what it wanted? All that
Theories
stuff.
abound.
But he's dead.
Theories were abound. But apart from that, you continue to travel onwards. Only a few days off from your arrival now, and that is where we left off. So, we'll pick up, let's say, at the morning of the next day, because you guys had a couple of conversations the night before. Everyone arises from their various stages of slumber or meditation. As you look around, the air is starting to get a little bit damper. It looks like there might be a storm coming on here, but you guys are still a little ways out from Rakrovi, so by the time you get there, it might have cleared up. Apart from that, you know, the road is not too far off. You guys can set back up and continue onwards. But apart from that, Silver Goats, what would you like to do?
You're okay.
If anything.
Do we know how many days we're out from Recurvy, or an estimate?
Why don't you go ahead and make me an intelligence check for you.
I will show her my map to aid, and
You can do that.
figuring
You
out
can have
where
an
we can do
advantage.
Okay. Dirty 20. I have a plus
You
one.
have pretty accurate summation here. You believe to be about 4 days off from hitting the city. Why don't you go ahead and make me a nature check as well, actually, while you're here.
Okay. Nature. 14.
Yeah, one of the things that does strike you as you're looking down at the map, and specifically because you have the map out, you don't know exactly what that creature was that attacked you guys. The environment that you're in, looking around, seems to be plains. It's not forest, and although you don't know what the creature is, you surmise that it's probably not a plains dweller. So it's not in its natural place.
Okay. Would I suspect it would be more of like a swampy creature just because of its build, or?
Yeah, it's mostly like heavy forest, swamp, jungle,
Okay.
you know, stuff like that.
Cool. Thank you.
To use a slightly uncomfortable word, it's more of a moist area dwelling creature.
It is a moist creature. Yep, constantly
Don't-
moist.
Mm.
I tried to apologize and you ruined it.
Nope, no apologies
You
necessary.
started it, so
Fair enough. I'm
you're
sorry.
the one to blame for that one, bucko.
But yeah, so is there anything else that you guys want to do on your, not just today, but on the rest of your travels going forward?
I want to take one night's watch to speak to Wade.
Okay, fair enough.
But other than that,
And I want to do one with Thyra at some point as well.
Okay, sure. So, anything that you guys want to do in the daytime, or should we skip ahead to the next night's watch?
I will say that a little while after that event, during one of the unfortunate lessons that Wade has to take, Isabel will kind of like be reading her notes, kind of look at him, and say, "You know, Wade, I don't think there's much more I can really teach you that being some sort of practical application."
You mean I've experted Elvish?
No, not at all. I just don't think. I think the lessons are having a diminishing return at this point. So I think that our lessons will have to end, and you just have to practice with people who speak Elvish, just talking naturally.
I mean, okay, yeah, sure. Thanks.
You're welcome, and I'm going to miss our time together in these lessons. I feel that we've gotten a little closer.
Did I
You and me.
do something wrong?
No, literally, I don't know how to teach a language. That's just literally it. Like, I'm not a teacher. Like, I've never thought of myself as one. I am literally winging it at every moment. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I mean, you taught me some stuff. I mean, I know how to say my name's Wade and where's the bathroom.
That's good. That's something that you have to learn. I just don't know how to. I don't know how to teach grammar. Alright, not very good at it myself.
Okay, I
I
understand.
just yell things, and usually elves run away after I tell them I want to eat their skins. They piss me off usually. A lot of my Elvish is threat based, so.
Okay. Yeah, if I ever need to know any threats, I'll come to you.
Just remember that Isabel did teach you how to threaten people in Elvish. I sent you that message.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
that's like the third thing she taught you is how to scream threats.
You know, if I ever get bored of the old ones.
Oh, don't worry. I have a colourful repertoire of things you can yell at someone to make them afraid of you.
You got a colorful vocabulary.
Oh, she's a little black book. You kidding me? of just mean things to say to people in Elvish. So yeah, so I'm not going to make you roll intelligence checks to learn how to do things. So yeah,
You're getting there. You have a basic understanding of how Elvish works. at this point now, since you've been learning for honestly the better part of a month, you have a basic ability to communicate with some creatures if they are fluent.
I'm like on a toddler level of English, but Elvish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Think
pretty
of
much what it
Elvish
is.
for dummies, and that's you.
Yeah.
More than the average person. It says, I just looked it up, it says that technically speaking, to learn a new language, you've got to study for 250 downtime days and spend 250 gold. But I'm changing that a little bit because you have advantage on it with Kev's help and a private tutor, technically. So it takes less time for you in total and less money as well.
I'm fighting you on this, but on top of that, it's going to take a little more time because I'm a slow learner. So it balances out, I feel.
I mean, you still won't need to spend as much money. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. No, I got you. I'm just messing with
But
you.
yeah, you're not going to be fluent anytime soon if that's what you mean. But yeah, sure. So you guys continue onwards down. At this point, you're more so going to the west to meet up with the city. So yeah, you continue on, and we'll just skip ahead to the Night's Watch if everyone wants to, so we can get your roleplay conversations as quick as possible. So, who would like to take the first watch?
I'll go.
So I
Great.
guess that would be me too then, yeah. Yeah. It's our turn.
Okay.
Take a watch.
Yes.
All right.
Do you want perception checks or anything?
Sure, why not?
Just a
Not that
head
anything's
check.
gonna happen. It's very clear he doesn't have anything planned.
Just in case.
Hold on. I've got to pull up my character sheet.
13.
13, okay.
I got a 17 plus, let's see, plus 3, so 20.
You are ever vigilant, Wade.
Ever vigilant.
Looking out amongst the trees and such.
That's how I describe Wade. Ever vigilant.
Yep.
Yep, if there's ever a way. That's the one.
Alrighty.
Your Night's Watch begins.
So I wait to make sure, like, most people are asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Before turning to him and, wait, darling,
Yes, free.
we're only a few days away from recovery now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone has to do this. I know you're really excited about this, but this might only be the first step. If even we get a clue.
What do you mean?
So don't get too hung up on one spot to solve your problem.
No. I mean, Asmund, she's really good at this stuff. I'm sure she already knows, you know? She's probably she'll know what to do.
Don't put all your hope in one area, okay? We're friends now, and I don't want to see you get hurt.
I appreciate that. Yeah, but I you don't know Asmund. She's really smart, and I think she'll know what to do. And if not, I mean, I have you guys, and we'll figure something out, right?
Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is, if we don't find it here, I'll help you further. All right?
Okay.
So, I'm really bad at this.
You're doing great.
don't get too downhearted if it's not right away, alright?
Okay. Yeah, I'll try.
I'm sorry, Wade.
It's all right. I understand. Yeah. I mean, makes sense. If we go in there assuming the best, and then it doesn't happen, you know, I get it. Well, it's only one way to find out, right?
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple days.
So yeah, the rest of your night's watch goes by. Nothing happens to you guys as you sit. We'll say in a little like clearing of trees here. But yeah, so that concludes your watch. Who's taking the next one?
I
If
was just
anyone's
gonna
doing
wait
anything
until
today.
like my full 4 hours for me, and then just go from there with Thyra.
So probably Isabel.
Okay, sure. So Isabel, is there anything that you want to do on a night's watch?
She will lean against a tree, and ask Chaos what he thought that giant monster was.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
Solid.
just
Okay,
just talking to her lifelong kind of friend.
What would you like to say?
Literally, like, hey,
Yeah.
say, what do you think that thing was that we fought back there? That's going for the sorcerer, right?
Okay, yeah. There is a brief silence before the voice returns. It says, "Venom troll."
Alright. Do you know why? Did you know why it was after him, or any ideas?
No.
Do you like White? What's your feeling on White?
There is a long, like, drawn out silence before. Annoying.
I think you didn't give him a chance, but that's just me. And then I'll just continue to watch, just continue to look. I guess I'll roll a perception check.
You can do so if you would like.
But that's a 10.
Yeah, you're fine on your watch. You know, just talking to you guys. You guys are pretty hidden off. We'll stay to the side. Yeah, nothing bad happens.
Yeah. The entire conversation
Sure.
took place inside her head.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, great. So, yep, your watch concludes no problem. Yeah. So you can go and wake up Thar and Alakin if you would like to.
Sure. I'll throw a shoe at Alakin's tent, and then gently wake up Thyra.
Yeah, you walk into. Well, Thara doesn't sleep in a tent though. She sleeps outside.
Sleep in a
Same.
tent. I sleep outside.
So yeah, you just walk up to Thyra and gently shake her awake, and then turn around to where Alakin is and just throw off the shoe. And back to
Yeah.
waking up Thyra slowly. Alakin, at this point, you're probably already
Yeah,
awake
that's
anyway. So
Yeah, I'm wide awake at this point. I would assume.
5 more minutes. I will over.
Okay. I'll just sit there and watch Thyra sleep until she wakes up.
It probably
If she
takes
does.
about 15-20 minutes for her to actually like get up.
Actually get up, that's fine.
yeah, there's a lot of like rolling over and going, stretching out, feeling through the grass. Yeah,
I'm just
even
gonna
if she
sit
gets
there,
up.
arms crossed, just staring at her. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
And she'll wake up and sit in the most advantageous position to see everything.
Sure, both of you roll perception checks if you would like to.
11.
12.
Okay, good to know. I think that's the first time you've rolled under a 15 on perception because it's plus fucking 6 or whatever it is. Holy shit.
I know I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
There you go.
I rolled
So
I
yeah,
rolled a 7. So.
your night's watch begins to the two most perceptive individuals.
Oh well, shit happens. I'm just gonna look over to Thyra. So we had that conversation yesterday about how you came to be able to do magic, and well, I feel like you had more to say, but we just didn't get to finish. And as I said before, I'm trying to learn a little bit too, so I figured I'd see what else you could tell me, if anything.
Well, not everybody learns the same way. Most of the people in my tribe, it just comes natural. But we do a lot of communing with nature, and you have to know the rituals and the components you're going to use. I actually had to practice a lot before anything came of it. As you could see, I went a long time without anything, and then it just kind of happened overnight. Well, not really overnight. It took a while.
How long were you working on that?
3 years.
Okay.
And this is coming from a magic that's supposed to be natural, supposed to just be innate magic.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to learn, find books, read about different magics, maybe Wade or Free can show you a couple of things. I would suggest myself, but I'm still new, so I'm not sure if I would be the best teacher. I wouldn't go to Isabel for any teaching.
Yeah, I'm in the same opinion as you on that front. But I'll tell you what, I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out the book that I got in Earnroot.
Okay.
And
The scroll.
no, the book that I
Oh,
got
right, the
from
yes, the spell book. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not the scroll yet. Not yet.
Not the scroll yet. Just the blank spell book, yeah.
Correct. Well, before we left Earnroot, I'd found somebody who started teaching me the basics, and also gave me this book to hopefully start learning some stuff. I can already do a little bit, so I hope it'll be easier to figure out how to do more. But for now, this is what I've got. And I'm going, not out of the book, but I'm going to take like a piece of parchment or something out of my bag and just tear it, and then cast mending on it to repair it.
Okay. Yep. It repairs back and forth.
As I'm relatively sure you probably know, elves naturally have an ability to do magic, considering I noticed you can speak Elvish.
Would
So,
know that elves can inherently do magic?
Make a history check.
Nine.
You are uncertain of whether elves can do magic. You are sure that some can do magic, but you don't know that it's, everyone can do magic.
To be honest, I didn't know all elves could do magic. I knew some, but there are some humans that can do magic. There are some orcs that can and can't do magic.
Well, it's... I'm gonna say this, it's gonna sound like I'm being a jackass, but it's the truth. At least from what I was taught, is that elves are more of a special race, I guess is the best way to put it. And it's kind of in our blood, I guess is the best way I can think to put it. It's all elves, from what I know, can do at least some magic. To the extent is dependent on the person. And so it's, for me, I feel like I'm the only one that can't in our group, and so I feel left out at this point.
Well, having a little bit inside of you is always a good start. I had to have it inside of me first, I guess. You just have to find what in you makes your magic emerge, and read and study and find what works best for you, because what works for you might not work for Free, might not work for Isabel.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, sometimes it just happens, but other times you have to work for what you want. It doesn't just get handed to you. Speaking of work, I'm gonna look around, make sure everybody is snoring.
With your 12 perception, you can make sure that everyone's snoring. They are.
So I got a little bit of information back in. Where'd we just come from?
Her hand.
Her hand.
Her hand. That the roadshow started out south.
Yeah, that's where it's where Free, Wade, and I got captured from, was down south.
I need a favor from you, and in return, I'm offering a favor. No
Oh.
questions asked.
Okay.
I have to find out how far south the roadshow started, or even where they are right now.
Okay.
I have my ways of getting information, but I also know you have your ways of getting information.
Okay.
I do not agree with those ways, but at this point, I'm willing to take that risk. And I know Priyu doesn't want anything to do with the roadshow, understandably. I don't know everybody else's take on it, but I need at least information.
I can see what I can do. You do realize that given the nature of the roadshow, that I'm likely to run into some unsavory characters, right?
Unfortunately, I am aware of that. But for right now, just information and trying to keep everybody else out of harm's way.
I can see what I can do.
And if we get information and we need to tell everybody else, then that's going to be what we have to do.
Okay. I can't make any promises, obviously, but I can promise I'll do what I can. Because they they took something from me that I valued very dearly. And I, for one, can't let that go. So I'm
I agree with you.
more
I
than
think-
happy
I
to
think
help
this
you.
is a problem that needs to be dealt with. It was just something that maybe we could avoid, but if the information comes back as how I think it might,
What information are you expecting, necessarily?
as far south as they went, and then I'll decide from there.
All right, fair enough. I can, once we get to Rokrovi, I can ask around, look around, see who or what I might be able to dig up on the subject, and we can go from there.
That sounds like a plan. I plan on doing the same while helping Wade as well.
Okay. Well, given my recent acceptance into the Convex Reserve, I might have a few more resources to dig into whenever we get to Rokrovi. So that might help a little bit. But just warning you now, it might require me to search out some not so likable characters.
And if you need help, I will definitely help you because this is something I asked you to do. It wouldn't be fair to let you handle any undue harm or risk without putting myself in the same position.
All right. I'll do the best I can to avoid such confrontations. But as we found out in En route, that's not always possible.
Well, if I would have had this information in en route, things might have went differently.
Fair enough.
I'm going to hold my hand out to shake his hand.
I'll take it. I'll shake her hand.
Okay, sure. As you look over Thyra and hold out your hand, he takes it. And as you blink and look at him, something is strange. The visage of Alakian is still there. He is still normal. And as you look into the eyes, there seems to be like a clear fog coming over the top of it. And he is just standing there motionless. Alakian, as you go and reach for Thyra's hand, you blink, and you are looking up. Let me pull up my thing here. As you look upwards and stare at the stars in the familiar fashion that you have done once before, you are still surrounded by your friends, and the warmth of the campfire is still there, and you still feel it. But your head is being forced upwards, and as you are watching here at the night sky that is almost morning, something catches your eye. As you squint your focus and scan the sky for what was there a moment before and is now not, you blink, and as your vision realigns, where your focus once lay, there is now a hole. It's almost as if, as you look upwards, a few of the stars in the sky have just been plucked out. And in this canvas above you, where these stars once were, now lies a familiar void, slightly oval in shape, evoking the imagery of a dull, pupilless eye. The voice rings out again, both in your mind and in your surroundings, in the breeze and the wind around you. Remember. And suddenly you are pulled away from your friends, through the forest trees, through the plains of Rokrovi, at unimaginable speed, and you collide with something, and you feel your bones and your joints snap back into place. And as you open your eyes, you see a book in front of you. It's filled with scrawlings and notes, and as you look up, you are surrounded by about 4 teenagers that you can see, all dressed in a very they're all dressed in the same formalish attire. You feel something hit the back of your head, and as you turn your head to the side and you look next to you, you see a boy of dark hair sort of sneaking looks at you from behind another book that he's reading. You pick up the scrunched ball of parchment and read it, and you aren't sure what it says, but you feel something pleasant fill you, a feeling of glee. And as you turn to look at him, this sensation that you feel is interrupted as someone runs forwards towards you and grabs your neck in their hands and pushes your head onto the table, and your sight starts to fade. As you open your eyes again, you are pulled away once more, and you are now someone else. You look down and you see feminine features, a slender body, long hair, and you are walking through a city. You're heading somewhere, you can't remember where, but you know that it's going to make your night almost unforgettable. Somewhere that you know that you're going to have fun at. And as you walk down these dark streets, you turn around just out of habit, and you see a hooded figure just gently following you from behind. As you turn back ahead, you begin to pick up your pace. You walk a few feet, but it's too late. As something pierces the back of your stomach right next to the spine, and just before you can scream out in pain, your eyes close and you blink, and you are someone new. You are older, sitting in a chair on the deck of a house overlooking what appears to be a farm. As you look around, you see a row of crops. To the right of you, there are small cages of animals, a couple of birds, there's a sheep pen. And as you look over, you see the sun start to gently sink into the tree line, and something catches your eye beyond the fields on a horizon. Another figure, cloaked and hidden, standing there, just watching you. As they notice you look at them, you watch as they draw a long, curved blade from within the cloak and begin walking through the crops towards you. You hear the voice once again. Remember, time is running thin. You must remember. And as you close your eyes, you hear the footsteps walking up the steps to the deck of this house, and you smile and feel in your hand the feather from the bird encounter or bird cage that you've been holding. And you close your eyes and smile and feel the warm sun just gently heat your skin for one last time before the blade cuts into your neck. And as your eyes awaken, you jump back into your regular form, seeing around you the familiar surroundings of your setup camp, the horses and the cart, and Thyra ahead of you. As this happens, Thyra, you watch as the sun gently peaks over the horizon, and a little ray of light shines on you too, and suddenly, Alakian is back.
You alright?
I'm gonna basically fall to all fours in front of Thyra.
I'll try and catch him.
Sure, you can catch him. You're right there. You're already holding his hand, technically.
Deep breath. In and
Well,
out.
that was...
You alright?
I think so.
That's nothing like weed does. I mean, at first I thought maybe you were talking to yourself like you does,
No.
but this was different.
Yeah, this was very similar to the vision I had before, but more intense.
More.
Come with me for a minute, and I'm gonna grab Thyra's hand. I'm gonna lead her away from camp.
Okay.
If she'll let me.
I mean, hesitantly, yeah.
Yeah. She left you.
Yeah. I'll say probably get a few hundred yards from camp.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to her. You heard what my dream was before.
I caught a little bit of it. Yes,
Well, I don't think that was everything. I'm beginning to think I've lived many times before this,
like
but
reincarnation.
basically but I think someone or something is hunting me. I can't make much out of it right now, but the vision I just had, well, each time I was killed by a hooded person or thing, and
It was the same person each time.
I don't know. It could be they were just cloaked. But
You don't know
the
this person
means,
or where they're coming from.
I don't. It's just the means of which I was killed. It almost felt like I was being hunted.
If you think you're being hunted, I think at least this part is something that we need to share with the group. Because if you're being hunted, we're being hunted. But it's for you to decide. If you don't know what it's coming from or where it's coming from, how can you be on guard for what you're looking for?
Let's get to Rakrovi first. I want to see if I can find some answers within the Archivist Echelon. And then from there, depending on what I find out, I would not be opposed to telling the others.
I'll help however I can, but I don't do books.
That's fine. I couldn't ask you to anyway.
Is there
I feel like this is...
Are there any other details or things from your dreams that could help that we could keep an eye out for?
Well, this is only the second one I've had. I don't know about the first time in this vision, but the second time, the man had a curved blade.
Blades I can handle.
I think I can
Is there
too.
anything else in common from these two dreams or visions or whatever that you had?
Just something telling me to remember. I don't know what I'm supposed to remember or even how I'm supposed to.
Well, slapping the memory out of you is not gonna do it because I've done that a couple of times. Well, just one more thing to figure out, I guess.
Yeah. There was one other thing that if you could just keep an eye out for is each time I've started out by looking at a single eye made out of stars. So if you find any kind of imagery like that at some point, let me know. So
Can
can
you draw it for me so I know what I'm looking for?
it's just an eye. That's all I can really tell you. It's
Eye of
just
stars.
like that. Like
Have
there's not anything
Equa,
else.
have I heard anything about an eye of stars?
Make a history check. Why not?
Oh, this is amazing. I mean, I'm proficient in history, but my intelligence, man. You know what? We're not going to go with that one. We're going to go with this. Oh, that's not bad. 17.
17. You know absolutely nothing.
All right.
You've never heard of this before.
I'll keep an eye out for your eye. And I will keep my mouth shut until you want to tell the others.
I appreciate it.
Unless
just,
you have somebody else's secret, then I might, have to retaliate.
I understand that. I know what you're talking about with Wade. I know. I fucked up with that. Yeah, I know.
You fucked up a lot in Root. Let's try and change that. I get that you've probably been by yourself for a while, and you got to think about you, but now there's 5 of us. 8 if you, wait, let's just go with it. 8 if you include the horses.
It's more than that. It's just that the last person I got close to, I lost. And I don't want that to happen again.
I'll put my hand on your shoulder.
It's not that I don't
you don't
like
have
you
to
guys.
Explain. I understand. It's okay if you can't put it into words. Everybody is lost, and they're afraid to lose again. Just keep in mind what happens to you now happens to us.
It's about this time that the rest of the group starts to wake up, and as you all emerge from your tent, Farah and Alakian are not currently in where the campfire is, where it's now gently starting to smolder.
I think we're missing 2.
Well, if Thyra's with him, they can't be that far.
Alright, she's a strong one. I think she'd be fine.
Okay, so you guys don't think that they're, there's been some weird tension there.
I think Thyra's punched him too much to have that kind of feelings for him.
Well,
You honestly haven't had very eventful relationships, have you?
I mean, yeah, my mom used to say that meant a girl
You get
liked
the
you.
dirtiest glare ever.
I met in bed. It's not just like in. It's been punched by somebody. I'm like, yeah,
Again,
fine.
the glare just gets worse.
Alright.
Wade, you hear now? I'm not trying to say nothing about no one. They're both very. I'm sure they'll find great people, but I really think that Thyra would crush him. Like, she's just too strong. Honestly, he's kind of skinny, and I mean, you've seen her. She is a strong lady. She's scary.
I mean, you might like it that way. I don't know.
Oh, you know what?
God.
Maybe he's into that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Oh, God.
That's an interesting point. I'm gonna remember that way. Wow.
But yeah, like I was saying, my mom used to always say that if a girl, teased you like that, it meant that she liked you.
Yeah. How far away did you guys go, by the way?
I said probably like a few hundred yards, so maybe like 300-400.
Would you have been out of eye range?
Wouldn't have been.
I doubt.
Not
I
at
doubt.
the camp.
I say I doubt it.
Okay, so you see them start to come out of that tent.
I know that what happens to me happens to the rest of you, and that's what worries me. As I lift her hand off my shoulder and start walking back to camp.
Okay, sure. You begin walking back.
Ah, there they are. They're over there. They're fine.
See? I knew if Thyra was involved, they wouldn't have gotten too far.
Yeah, I
She
want to put my
wouldn't have
hand
left
on.
everyone unprotected.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on Wade's shoulder and be like, just a heads up. If, I don't recommend asking. I don't think Elakian would care, but Tara might. Just not really sure how she'd feel about that. So just no, just don't say anything about it. About your theories.
Wade just looks over to the Lakian and just gives like a subtle nod,
Can I say that before I went to bed, I made some good berries?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I would have done that.
You're all good on the good berries.
I'm just gonna say I don't even notice Wade, and I'm just gonna walk over to the horses.
Just think
Yeah,
it's
Wade.
nice.
Wade, you hear now. His armor is untucked. That's all I'm saying.
He always tucks that
You
on.
see that?
Yep.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Do you tuck a tennis shirt? Sometimes I tuck.
Anyway.
So what's
Seinfeldian.
for breakfast?
Depends how quick you guys want to leave. Rations or the fire is mostly dead, but we can fix that.
Well, how many days out of recovery are you by now? Like,
At
We'd
this
be at
point,
3
you're
now.
about 3 days travel. 3 days travel away, yeah.
I'm gonna
alright,
take a
it's
hand.
about wolf out for quick.
I'm gonna give everybody a good berry. 1, 2,
Alright.
3. That's okay. And then I'm gonna take a handful of good berries and give them to each of the horses.
Okay, yeah. You
Just
hold
'cause
your
I
hand
like
out, and the horses just You feel like the lips like graze against your hand as they chew.
I'm gonna give Pancake some extra feed. Because I know, no, Picnic, not Pancake, Picnic. Some extra feed,
Okay.
because I know he likes to eat.
He does like to eat. Yeah, so you give the horses some feed. They are all fed and ready for the day. So, is there anything else that anyone wants to do while we're traveling to the big city?
Isabel will nap most of the day, probably, in the background, in the back of the
Fair
cart.
enough. The
Cyrus-
pressure of teaching Wade Elvish is now off your shoulders, and you can relax.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Her
driving, so.
head's
Hey.
rested against like a pack, and she has her coat over her as a blanket. She's just asleep.
Yeah, you put your head on a bag of straw for the horses.
Yeah.
Hey, Kev.
Yeah, man.
What's the first thing you're gonna do when you get your body back?
I think that. Oh, you know what? The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat me some.
I was gonna say
gator
that.
stew if I
Yeah,
can.
Ma's sweet gator stew. Yep.
Your mom makes the best gator stew. I'm so excited to have it back. It's gonna be so great.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
Yeah,
now.
I guess I kind of already knew that one. What's the second thing you're gonna do?
The second thing is eat dessert, maybe.
More food. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
More food, I think so.
Dessert
Yep.
usually comes after dinner. Okay. And
It does.
then I just ask him the third thing as we're going, and then the fourth thing.
Yeah. You get the most you get random but expected for you answers. It's like eat, and then like pee, sleep, eat, try on clothes, all this stuff
Okay.
that keeps going on and on. You talk about it for like most of the journey back. But yeah. So, unless anyone has anything they want to do, we'll just go straight to the last day.
Alright.
I don't.
Awesome sauce. So, throughout the first day, the storm has just been past you. You just got ahead of it. So you guys weren't drenched or anything like that. And as you travel forth for another couple days, at about maybe 11 or so in the morning, on your third day of travel, soon to Lakin's vision, you all start to see that the terrain has become. It's still plains, but there is now a more present water source here. There are lots of rivers that seem to, and streams that just seem to cut off and wind their way through, little clusters of trees and small plains and things like that going down the sides of the roads. And you begin to follow these rivers down the road as you go. And at maybe 11 o'clock on the third day, you see a visage appears ahead of you on the horizon of a massive, massive city. Most of you have only been to Ernroot as your city encounters.
I'm gonna kind of slow the horses and have a mild freak out.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so most of you have only seen Ernroot. Ernroot was maybe a quarter or a third of the size of this. This is a lot bigger. And as you see this pop up on the horizon and start to come closer, Thyra just slows the horses down.
Is this bigger
As
than
Isabel
my hometown?
notices,
Or
Yes.
home capital? Yes.
It's about the
I thought
same
so.
size as your capital, maybe a little bit bigger.
Okay.
as Isabel notices, Thyra's freak out, she'll just put her hand on Thyra's shoulder and go, "It's alright. It's just a city. It's just like forests, but instead of trees, there are buildings. That's it."
I'm not worried about hurting trees. That's a lot of people in there.
Yeah, it's just imagine the people as squirrels or deer, bears. Just a clever imagining, and you'll be fine. sorry, you got me. Group in cities, I know them. That'd be fine.
You, Isabel, but it's sad when I trust you more than I trust myself.
Alright, a little... Alright,
Wow.
Why are we slowing down?
she's a little hurt for that, but okay.
Well, you can see the city and just taking in the view, Wade.
Right, it's pretty. Is it like, as polluted as Earnroof, or is it like worse or better?
It's hard to tell from this range. The one thing that you can see is that it is nowhere near as industrial. There is no like thick black plume of smoke that covers like half of the city here. There are obviously like small strings here and there. But yeah, in terms of industry, this is nowhere near as mechanical or revolutionized as Unroot was. Nowhere near.
Wait, do you know where we're going once we get into the city?
I do not.
Would I have any idea
Well-
Equa or not?
I mean,
You've never been here either, no.
Okay.
we're going to help me out here, Equa. I completely forgot the name of the organization.
The
Archivist
Archivist Echelon.
Thank you.
Echelon.
Archivist Echelon, yeah. I don't know where that is in the city, but somewhere in there.
Probably could ask the
Sure,
guards
yeah, someone.
once you get up to the gates, right?
Lakin, is that part of your... They beat you up stuff?
Alright, it's part of your weird
What?
fucking
No.
cult, or... Alright.
No, it's not the same thing. But they did say that I might be able to get in the doors a little bit easier, but it's not the same thing.
Well, we did have the best friend of one of their members' brothers, so
Yeah, I
you could
didn't.
get in contact with her, and then she could come see us.
I didn't know
Or
you
we
were
could just walk
so.
in
Brother.
because we're stronger than people, but I'm stronger than everyone in that city, but probably, or at least almost as strong.
We can always ask where they are.
Oh, that.
What time of day is it?
Back that house.
It's just before midday.
Okay.
Alright. Get the horses going and find Asman. And figure out what's up with Wade's brain.
Yeah,
There's a
sure.
lot.
So you, hiya!
I meant with the
There's a lot up in my
sharing
brain.
of mind things. Alright. That's not. I don't think that's a compliment. You think it is?
Thanks, Izzy.
I think there's something wrong with everybody's
No.
brain here.
Not true. But it's
Second
just.
that.
In different
Never
senses,
mind.
yes.
Yeah, Wade, you here. I've been in your brain for a little while now, and I can say there ain't nothing wrong with it, buddy. You're fine.
If says I have a great brain, okay?
Wait,
That's the issue.
Wade,
You
I am
can't
sure
see
your brain... I am sure your brain is beautiful.
That's a lovely brain. I'm just saying there's not supposed to be two things in it.
That's kind of weird of her to say.
I turn to Isabel. Pot. Kettle. Anything from Isabel.
Do you think that?
Wade.
Do you think I think that my tradition is fucking all like natural and kosher? No, it's fucked up. My thing wants me to eat people. I am vastly aware that I am. It takes one to know one.
You know, one time, Kev was really craving squid, and I don't normally eat squid, but I swear I was craving squid, and yeah. So he's made me eat squid before.
Is that because you just
Wait,
I'm
I'm-
in your head?
Wait, just let you know that I am hungry every single moment of the day, even after I eat. So not the same.
Fair enough.
Right. Just sorry.
Peoples has a bigger
Sorry,
appetite than you, Wade.
It's more as a fucking. Sorry for yelling at you, Wade. It's not fair. uncalled for.
I didn't realize you were yelling at me.
Well, just apologize for being rude.
What did I call
You
Wade
got angry.
earlier? Ever
Just
vigilant?
apologize.
Yeah, I take it back.
Ever vigilant Wade.
He lost it within the hour.
Yep, he did. Well, yeah, you guys trudge on and continue forward. It takes maybe like 20 minutes for you to hit the city walls, and there are walls here, very tall, very strong walls, of like heavy, gray, like well put together stone bricks, that stand like real tall. As you begin to approach, you see the big like archway doors are open, and there are a number of guardsmen posted on top of the wall and in front of the wall in the doorway. Wade, you know exactly who these people are, although you haven't seen them except outside of Keijo. These people are the Liberty Guard, and they are adorned in this purplish armor. You get the sense now, everyone, that the different countries have different colored armors to help distinguish who is the policing body where. So Gizeri has red, Okurvik has green, Casco has purple. And they are all adorned in like this purple cloth covering the front, like sort of light armor aesthetic to it. And their insignia that they bear on the front of the chest piece, and also some of them are wearing shields on the side, is an insignia of a large golden sun with like wavy points coming off of the center of it. Yeah, it's.
God, what's that one knight from Dark Souls?
There are a lot of them?
I haven't played it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of one knights in Dark
There's-
Souls.
There's that one knight with the sun that does the weird pose and everyone loves him because he's super helpful. Praise the sun, baby. Praise the sun.
Praise the sun. I don't know who the boss
sun.
is or whatever you're talking about, but I think it's just an emote your character can do.
No,
It
there's
is-
actually it was a guy in the original Dark Souls. It was Solera Vestora.
Okay.
That's it. That guy. Yeah, he's the
'Cause
sun with
Google.
the face on it. He does the praise the sun, and he's apparently he's a companion. He helps you out. He'll follow your. He's near monsters. He'll help you fight.
Copy that.
So, yeah.
As you guys come into the gate, a couple of the guards just put their hand up and stop you from going past them, slowing the cart down. As you do so, they say, "Hello, just for a quick inspection, we would like to see what is in the cart and also express your business here, and then you will be free to go. So please, if you would all step off, we will do as such."
I will. I will tie up the reins and I will step off.
I will
Mhm.
pick up my bag and step off.
Yep, they go through the cart. It takes maybe 5 minutes. There's not a whole lot in this cart apart from you guys. Before one of them says, "Yeah, okay, everything is clear. And what is your business here in Rokrovi?"
We're here to see Asmin Yavadi. He's at the Archivist Echelon.
I'm gonna flash my Convex Reserve badge.
Okay, yeah,
Because-
they take notice of it and they sort of nod and they say, "Right, okay, yeah, this is fine. If you would please, you are allowed into the city."
Oh, before we go, which way is it to the Echelon?
They sort of look confused. It is in the exact center of the city.
Oh, okay.
But
what
mate,
about
don't have to
the,
act like we're fucking stupid who've never been here before. So
I'm not
I'm
acting
gonna
like
kind
you're
of like
stupid.
cover Isabel's mouth.
Probably a good idea.
Thank you for the help. We've never actually been to the city before. We appreciate you giving us the direction.
That is strange to me that you have never been here, yet you are asking for a person by name in
Oh.
the Archivist Echelon.
Yeah, we go way back. Me and Asmin.
Right.
Friend
Okay,
of her
well,
brother.
you are-
Where
Iceland isn't from here, so there's that. originally she works here. We're going to
Please
city
enter
man.
the city before I change my mind. Please go.
Where can I
Alright.
find the convex order within the city as well? As we're running.
That is on the inner ring. Are you looking for the reserve or the monastery?
Both.
The monastery is closer to the center, but it's on the inner ring. The reserve is on the outside of the inner ring.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. He sort of goes back and starts talking to the other guys. It's like the other one's like,
Weird fucking people.
Isabel's gonna sit in the back of the wagon, and if one of them looks over, she's with the mop.
okay. You begin to like go into the gates, and as you do, you see the first one sort of go and look at you again, and you flip him off, and he's like,
I would love to imagine that like flipping somebody off an urn route is not the same gesture as down here, so they're like, "What the fuck was that?"
it's
the
a generally
full-
received.
I
Signal.
I know. I just think it'd be
But
funny if it was.
They
the
do
other
have
way.
slightly different gestures for slightly different things, so you can make up one if you'd like.
Oh no, she just does like the fucking what do you call it? Is the President's Screw from Spaceballs?
You know, one day I'll watch something that you're referencing, but it's not today. One day I will.
It's not today.
Not today. Have you
So
ever
I'll
seen
start
Spaceballs?
leading the
It's fucking
forces.
funny Star Wars.
To the middle of
To
the city.
center of town.
Yeah.
Or to
so
what
as
I think
you-
is the middle. Do I need to roll to figure out where the middle of the city is?
Well, as you enter into the city, there is you continue down the road that you are on that leads to the outer gate, and you get forwards maybe about 10 minutes before you are greeted to a new sight. The buildings here are, you know, fair and like few and far between out here. It's a lot of like more open area here. There's people with gardens, and there's a little bit of farmland on the very outside of the city walls.
Are there any big plants in the city or just outside of that we passed?
Not that you can currently
Larger
see.
than me?
No, not
I
that
mean,
you
that
can
we might have
currently see.
passed getting to the city.
Yeah, there was. Well, there were trees and stuff that you passed on your way down, but like there weren't anything super duper special.
As long as it's bigger than I am, it is special.
I can say that you found one 2 days off, and that'll be your treat. But yeah, as you look forward into the city, maybe 10 minutes into the road, you see that those streams that you had noticed coming down the road leading to the outer gate seem to have conjugated in the city, and before you lies an entire sprawled network of river system. People are on boats pushing people around, almost like a taxi service, but with gondolas.
So we're in Venice.
Almost, yeah. I think it's similar aesthetic, but not quite as bricky and not quite as nice. Especially not on the outside. There are, you know, roads going down on either side of the rivers, but as you get further in, the rivers start to become very prominent as the main way that people get around.
I think we're going to find a place to board the horses now.
Alright. Is there any
Pass me
large
anywhere?
that would
Yeah,
be
I'm
large
gonna look.
roads?
I'm gonna look for someone to ask where a stable
sure.
is.
Make an insight check for me. I love making you guys make insight checks for this. I know it doesn't make that much sense, but it's fun.
Most of our intelligence suck. Oh, that's wisdom. Never mind.
Wisdom, yeah.
Yeah.
18,
Isabel
19,
just yelled at the
20,
closest person. Hey,
22.
Okay, sure. Isabel, you said you yelled at them?
that's what
She
Isabel
yells
would
at
do, but
everybody.
she wasn't doing it. I would just yell at the closest
Okay.
person, so, I'm not looking.
Sure. Out here on the outskirts, there aren't that many people around. But what you have noticed so far coming into the city is that the people that are here are from every walk of life. Whereas most of the time, in the countries that you are respectively from, you would see, it's mostly humans, halflings, elves, dwarves, couple of dragonborn, maybe a couple of tieflings here and there, etc. Here, you get all sorts. There are goblins. There are, you've seen one Aarakocra walking around. There's even a couple of lizard folk, like sitting on a farm over to one of the houses that you passed in. And as you walk inwards, Thyra, you look around. The closest person appears to be a very, very tall minotaur who is just walking along on their daily business.
Do I see the... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Do you see what?
I see the lizard folk guy.
Oh, God.
They're a little bit behind you now, but you did see them as you came in.
Oh, okay, I want to just add in that I took off my poncho and was hiding it.
Okay.
Keep going.
Sure. Why don't you make a sleight of hand check for me, wait? Oh, make a stealth check.
I'm sure the lizard folk is wearing the skin of his grandfather at
Probably.
that. Yeah.
Stealth check. That's a big old 7, my friend.
Yeah. As you take off the hat and start to put it close to the chest, you push too hard and it starts to flatten. And as you go and release to try and pick it back up, you drop it and oh shit. And you see, as you go and pick it up and look upwards, as you start to get up, you see the little one, like there's 2 parents and a child. The parents are just conversing in their garden, and the child is looking at you and just looks at you, and a tongue flicks on the eye and starts to go down, back in the mouth, and just staring at you.
I just scurry off as fast as I can, pick up my hat, and go.
Fair enough.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Excuse me, can you point me in the direction of a stable?
Yeah, you watch as the figure stops and turns around. Walks up to you. He's like, hello. Yes, the nearest stable is... And he tries to think for a second. You will probably find one just back to the outer city limits. Back maybe 2 minutes in the road and then to our left.
Thank you. What's your name?
You are welcome. My name is Fron.
Thank you, Fron.
F-R-O-N-E. Fron. Yeah, he says, you are welcome. Please have a good day. Back along.
I'll turn around and start heading for a stable.
Sure,
At
yeah,
this
you
point,
guys find it without too much problem. Go ahead.
Isabel will have hopped off and like gone over to like the canals and like looked for like a little dock where you can get a boat or hire a boat.
Sure, you are on the... At this point, you'll be on the west or the east side, so yeah, there is one. You can see a lot of gondolas coming in and out, maybe 300 feet ahead of you towards the inner city.
All right. Isabel will just mill around. We'll just mill around, just sort of stand against against a post, lean against a post, just look like a fucking people watch until the group gets back. She sees the group, and she'll come over.
Sure. Is there anything anyone wants to do at the stables, by the way, or we can just skip it because it's just you depositing off the horses?
I wanted to acquire 2 sets of tack.
Of tack?
Yes.
What do you mean tack?
Horse. I mean, it's a saddle, a blanket, bridle bit, to individually ride a horse.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can buy that. That'll be... I'm thinking about it.
Good
the whole
pack
set...
saddle.
I will say one of them will run you 10 gold. So if you want both, 20 gold.
Okay.
There you go,
The whole
Equa.
deal. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, 10 gold looks about
Tag
right.
reference chart.
I forget you're not a horse person.
Yeah.
No, he's a human person.
Wow.
Got him.
So you said that was
Can-
20 gold, right?
Yeah, 20
Can
gold.
Wade
Both.
be hurt now from that?
Roll damage.
Hurt
Roll
Wade for
psychic
me?
damage.
Wade, roll a d20 for me.
Yay!
Nat 20.
Yeah, you're fine. No damage is taken.
I wasted a nat 20 on whatever the hell that was.
My own personal revenge. It's worth it.
And yeah, they will keep the horses there at a rate of we'll say a silver per day
That's not bad.
for you. And as you make your way back to Isabel, since I know Dyto's got to pee, we'll take our break there.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll head further into the city and maybe even meet admin. So, thanks everyone for sticking around for this long. Go get some food and whatever.
Woo!
And we'll be back here in maybe like 10 minutes because I'd like to get some stuff done today. So 10-15 minutes and then we'll come back here. So don't go anywhere. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Shorter break.
Bye-bye. See you right back. Whatever.
Let's eat. No? Okay.
Yay!
Oh, we're
Let's
live now?
eat the horse
Do we live on
into the
Let's Eat?
canal.
We are live.
Nice. Welcome back, everyone.
Yay!
So,
Yay.
as most of the group stows the horses in the west stables, you guys catch up with Izzy at this. From where you're looking at it, it's more of like a flat against you, and then the river continues upwards to the center. You meet up with her right there.
I found where the boats are.
Man, this is...
Oh, there's a spider on my wall. There's a spider on my wall, and I'm looking at it. Yay.
This is awesome. My pa used to tell me about these all the time. I mean, I've been on plenty of canoes and stuff, you know, hunting gator, but he used to tell me about this system here in the city. I've never seen it before.
Sorry, this spider is very distracting me.
Then kill it.
We'll say.
Just kill it.
Yeah, but I'm
Well.
talking, man. I'm gonna mute, then I'll kill it. I have a baseball bat that actually. Okay.
All right, fair
Bust
enough.
the hole
You're
in
gonna
your
hit
wall.
your wall with a baseball bat?
I'm just gonna take
Don't do that,
back,
Felis.
take the back
Feels a
end
little
of it.
overkill.
I just have a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of the wall damage after. I know Isabel will say, you know, I never think I've ever been on like a boat before. Like
Nope.
ever.
Well, would you like to go on a boat?
I think we have to wait.
Now,
Yeah.
did you procure a boat?
What was that?
I asked if you procured a boat, or did you
No,
just stand here and watch him?
I wasn't sure how long it would take. I'm not sure if we can like reserve a boat after they like go at a certain time.
Well, I guess we need to find out because we need a boat.
Is there like a shack or something close by
Well,
here?
I mean, we could swim.
I'd rather not.
Let's take a boat.
As you look down towards the center of the city, you see there is a central river that sort of winds and turns a little bit, but stays fairly straight. There are still roads on either side for people who choose to walk. Towards the very, very center of the city, you see a very tall, spire-like building made of this whitish gray stone. Pretty nice. And maybe 300 feet ahead of you, off to the side, there is a building that a couple of the gondolas seem to be coming in and out of. For various reasons, you surmise that if you were to pick up a boat, that might be where.
All right, I'm gonna go walk over there then.
Now, are they like the traditional, like they have a long stick, or is it...
They do have a long
Okay.
stick. Yep.
How romantic! Let's go on a gondola ride.
They're not like
Yes.
they're not like banana shaped. They don't come up at the ends. They are just like flat boats with a guy with a stick on the back. They're a little bit more basic than actual gondolas, but they are the same principle.
Do you know what else has a long stick?
Pyra.
Trees.
Or have an extendable
That's
stick?
why Thyra's always looking for trees.
I didn't smash my wall with a baseball bat. I used the butt end of it to crush the spider because it's the only thing like I had. Just want to make that clear. Yeah, I guess we'll approach the ferryman and
Yes.
Sure.
have our two
you have to
drachmas
go.
to cross the river.
You have to go around and then over a small bridge to get past the river, as it does intersect here.
Over the river and through the woods.
So it takes a little bit of time to get there, but eventually you do come to the building. It is essentially the rivers here seem to have been carved deliberately, and as you get closer to this building, you see there is like a large opening in like the side road, where the water actually has to come into the building. It's a big, big open front. It's almost like someone just took a building and cut a massive hole out of one wall and just took it out. Inside there is like a small counter on the left, very close to where you enter in. And beyond, you see a lot of people just like walking around. Some of them are like polishing boats that come out of the water, some of them repairing them. So there is like a small table and chairs area where some people are eating, probably on their break, and a couple people are coming on and off of these boats, getting ready to depart, or otherwise. There's a person behind the counter close to you as well.
What does the water look like? Is it like kind of clear, kind of murky?
It's a little bit murky. It's not super duper bad. You know, there's no
Not like Aaron Root had.
No, nowhere near. No.
I'm gonna stick my hand in. Is it warm or is it crisp?
As you stick your hand in, it's quite cold.
Tyler,
Are there
a little-
any?
Go on.
No, good.
Okay.
Splash some on my
it's
face.
more like- no, Tyler, you're in a city. It's probably full of piss and shit. Like, it's full of it. Alright?
So lick it at her. Whatever's left
Alright,
on my hand.
that's just rude, but it's full of terrible things. Don't put it on your face.
I've had worse everywhere.
No. But it's just you can avoid this. Just don't. No, never mind. Oh god.
What were you gonna do, Lakian?
Are there any boats that have like small scratch marks or like cracks or something like that on them, like small enough that I could cast mending on it?
Almost all of them have some form of wear and tear. They keep the cracks down to a bare minimum, because obviously if you let water onto a boat, it's going to sink. So
Yeah.
there aren't so much cracks here. I mean, a lot of them are scratched from years of use, but there aren't like any big openings that you could probably mend.
Okay, never mind then.
I guess I'll walk up to the fucking ferryman, and be like,
Okay.
we would like to get about to the center of the city, see the Archivist Echelon, I believe it's called.
Sure. Yeah. You see a goblin female who is behind the counter, who is just sort of feet up, sort of picking her toenails a little bit. Notices you approach and sticks her feet down. She's like, "All right, yeah, no, we could do that for you. How many are you going for? How many people?
It's 5 of us.
5.
4.
All right, that'll cost you. Is it just a
4.
one-way trip, or is it an all-round? Oh, sorry, 4 of you. Okay.
I'm
One-way
going
trip,
someplace
or
else.
is it an all-round thing? You come back here.
Hold up. Alekian, no, you're coming with us for this.
I've got something I need to take care of. I'll catch up with you guys later.
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the group, be like, are we okay with this?
Just let
Really?
me go.
Right when we're going to help Wade, you're gonna leave.
Yeah. Hey, and last time you left after this, you got us hunted by self-hunted by a fucking fighting pit leader.
Just
I've
so
got
we said
something
we'd
I
come for
need
this.
to do. I've got something I need to take care of that might actually help Wade as well. I'm not just leaving. I'm doing something that's gonna hopefully help both of us.
I'm gonna turn around to the goblin and be like, I'm so sorry, 1 second. Alright, what is it? Tell us what it is. Where are you going? So we know where you are, so we can find you in case you're fucking, I don't know, fighting a random person again and if you get to a weird cult for the second time.
I'm going to the what's the hell the word called? Not the reserve, but the other one. Equa.
The monastery.
Monastery.
Hey,
Yeah, at this
Alright.
point you hear the goblin pipe up. She's like, not to interrupt here, but if you're going to the monastery and you said the others of you want to go to the Archivist Echelon, they're not that far apart really. They're both in the middle of the city, so if you want to just go together, that's probably easier.
Well, look at that. All right.
Okay.
Five.
There we go.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I know the other day on the cart you were saying you wanted to learn magic. You were asking Thyra about magic. The Echelon is the place to go for that.
There's that as well.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Right, very good. So, it's 5 now, is it? It's not 4 anymore, it's 5. Back to the first number, 5.
It's 5.
Okay, great, 5. So I'll ask again, is it a one-way or a round trip?
Is there a place to stay
Where-
near the echelon?
Are you asking Wade or her?
Is it...
Her.
I'm asking
I'm
her.
assuming.
She's like, Echelon won't take you for sleeping or nothing. Well, I could probably direct you to a nearby inn. How fancy are we talking?
Look at us.
Not
How
fancy.
fancy do you think we're talking?
Aye.
And don't look at free.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't count.
It's a little step
doesn't
in front
count.
of free.
You like, as you say, don't look at her and then just go. She like looks over. It's like, oh, she's pretty fancy. If you're not looking for too fancy, then you're probably better off towards the outer ring of the city. Probably not in the inner ring where you're all headed. So I'll tell you what. I can point you to. I'll point you to Minotaur's Muse. That's not too far away, we'll say. Are you going afterwards or beforehand?
After?
After.
After, aye.
Well, fair enough. Let's say. I'll run you a little bit more. Shall we say. With the meter. We'll say. 8 silver for all of you, so that's 8, 16. 24, 32, 40 silver for all of you. That's 4 gold.
I think you miscounted. It's 32. As I'm trying to deceive her, because it looked like she was having trouble trying to math.
Yeah, make a deception check.
What was it called again?
Smart.
Minotaur's
The
Muse.
inn?
Muse, okay.
Minotaur's Muse. I should write that down. Thank you for reminding me.
Stop talking. Okay. Natural 20.
That's funny.
After I coughed
Yeah,
like
she-
3 times.
She's like, oh yeah, no, yeah, you are right.
Well,
Yeah, sorry about that.
we might need to bump it up to that 4 gold anyways, because on our way back, we're gonna have another.
Oh right, okay, no,
I-
yeah, it's fine.
I glare at Wade.
I wouldn't
So
get your hopes up just yet, Wade.
she's like trying to make calculations in her head. She's like, so 8. That was 8 gold for round trip, and then
32 silver, and then if we have another passenger, we'll pay them a flat
We'll
another 8.
Give you another 8 silver whenever we come back.
well, no, I don't think you've done that right. I think that's overpricing it. You see, if you're doing,
Oh, yeah, you're right. It would
then
be,
that would be 30,
be
36.
36,
36
yeah.
silver. Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, we'll give you 32 now, and then we'll give you 4 if we come back with another. How about that?
Oh, that sounds fine. 32 gold, please. She holds out her tiny goblin hands.
Gold or silver?
Silver.
She said
Silver.
gold.
I'm gonna give her 32 silver.
Yeah, she takes it. All right, thanks very much, and puts it back down behind the counter.
I'm gonna turn to Lakian. I'll after we leave, I'm gonna turn to him and be like, I think we could have given a copper.
No, you're probably not wrong.
I guess it looks more similar to gold. I'm sure you'd be convinced.
She she turns to the rest of you after putting it away. She's like, right, this way, please, and she hops down and starts tooling off, back behind. Starts leading you down back into the actual canal house. That's there. She leads you down to one of the boats. She's like, oi, Pilo! And you see a guy, a human man, who like is sitting down by the rest of them. Starts to just take notice and grudgingly get up. Like a big, like heavy set, kind of stocky older man. He's like, "Alright, head on to the alchemist echelon and then to I forgot.
Transmute.
No, I didn't. Monastery and then to the Minotaur's Muse." And he's like, "Okay, let's go." And he begins pushing
How
a
big's
boat
the
down.
boat? How big is the
It's
boat?
just smaller than the average gondola, but it has more seats in it. So there are like 3
Okay.
rows of seats, and then one place for him to stand.
Isabel is starting to get a little worried about fucking weight capacity, because she's a dense person.
Okay.
She's quite
Do
heavy.
you say anything?
And no, she just worries herself. And fucking Thyra is a big woman, and this guy seems big. She's like, seems like a little risky. She doesn't know boats very well.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he starts pushing the boat out, and it's still tied up, so it sort of like spins around a little bit and then stops. He climbs on the back. He says, "Okay, everybody on." Yeah, Wade just toodles
Boat
on and
gets on.
sits down,
Yeah.
like puts his hands down, ready to go.
Isabel
I mean,
gets
I'm
on
familiar with
slowly,
boats.
and as the boat rocks, she grabs both sides and has discovered her dislike of boats.
Yeah, you sort of have to go on and you slowly, and it starts falling, and you like quickly like
Yeah.
jump down and hold both sides, and you sort of shake there for a little bit. He takes notice. He's like, "Okay."
It's
Put the back
Lived
squeeze.
my entire life on dry land. And I think I prefer it that way. She's like white knuckling both sides of the boats, of the boat.
It'll be alright, Izzy. You're not gonna drown.
Don't touch. Don't say things to me.
look,
Just let me.
it'll be fine. I mean, the only time the kid and I ever tipped over was anytime we were standing up, wrestling around on the boat. You know, as long as you're sitting down, you'll be fine. Not gonna go nowhere.
Isabel's not. She's like her head's down and just white knuckling it. She's not talking anymore. She's focused on other things.
Yeah. But yeah, are you like standing in the way of everyone else from getting on, or are you just off to the side?
If someone informs her that she's in the way, she will move, but she's currently in the way.
Yeah, you took one step on the boat and then like started kneeling down.
Yeah.
Izzy, if you want to stay dry, you need to sit so everybody else can get on.
She's gonna sit slowly and just grip whatever's around to grip and white knuckling this.
Yeah, you don't really get up. You just sort of like grab the edge of the boat and slide yourself over to the side. Not even like climbing over the seats to get back. And as the boat starts to like slowly like sort of lean towards one direction, Thyra just boom sits on it, and it starts to balance out again. But sure, everyone can.
There's nothing.
Everyone can get on.
Mhm.
And he says, "Right, to the archivist echelon first."
Yes.
Yes, please.
Unties the rope and chucks it over and pulls the large stick from the ground and just... And you begin to like start to push off, and there's a... Before you start pulling your way down.
Am I in the middle or am I by one of the edges?
You and Izzy are on opposite sides to balance out. You're like on either side of the boat, like holding the edge.
I'm gonna have my hand in the water while we're rowing.
Okay. Sure. It's a nice little sensation.
I'm looking in the water for signs of gators. I don't know if they make it up this far. I think they might.
Make a perception check, Wade.
I believe that's a 14. Yes, 14.
There are no visible signs of gators here. But yeah, he begins pushing you down. It's nice, you know, as you walk down, or as you go down, you see people getting more frequent towards the center of the city, and you keep going down this like slightly winding, slightly bending river, for a little bit of time before you hit a point where As you come closer to the center of the city, you are now facing a large ring of river, and straight ahead of you is just a straight line towards the middle area. As you come in, you get the sense, Lakin, you would probably get the sense mostly, that although all these rivers are kind of forced into the way that they are, here it is the most prevalent, and there is a center island in the dead center of the city, which is surrounded by a small, like almost moat, that comes off into various rivers that go down, and then there is another ring, and then they just go off and do whatever windy shit they want to do. But in here, it's now straight. It's a straight shot up to the center.
Okay.
As he continues pushing you forward, he's going straight in for the middle island, and eventually he just sidles the boat on up to a small dock along the side. He says, "Okay, here it is, the Archivist Echelon." He beckons up, and you see a very tall, almost structurally like the Eiffel Tower. It has like 4 small bases, and then sort of comes up into a like more cylindrical tower. Nice, very nice, like whitish grey stone, with like trimmed lawns, a big like open courtyard. Next to it there is a statue of a tiefling woman, who is just sort of standing there looking powerful, you know, looking like, oh. Yeah, that's what you see.
Isabel will crawl off the boat.
You do so.
Yeah. And she goes on the dock, she stands up, dusts herself off, and is not going to make eye contact with anyone, and then just get onto the road, off, away from the water.
Fair enough.
We will follow.
Yeah.
After tossing the guy a silver.
Okay, yeah. You toss it to him, he catches it. Thank you very much.
This is it. We're gonna get Kev.
We're gonna go see if we can get Kev.
I would freeze it.
Are you excited, bud?
Yeah, you hear in the back of your head, he's like, "Man, I'm really nervous, but this is gonna be so fun. I can't wait, man."
You don't think your sister's gonna be mad, do you?
Probably, yeah. I think she really is, but ain't nothing we can do about it.
Is Lakin getting off with us?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
As you get up to leave, he says, "Alright, so you want me to wait here, and then I will meet you after you are done to go to the monastery, or is..."
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be great.
Yeah, that is fine. Yeah, you up the, it's like onto a side dock that leads up the stairs and then up to the main island. As you,
Well, that's where you find Isabel, away from the docks, just standing there waiting graciously.
yeah, there are bridges leading from this island off to the what you now see are 8 segments of surrounding like clusters of buildings. They're all in a uniform shape, like in all uniform design, but each of the buildings is obviously different, you know, structures, whatever, all in different positions. It's just that the segments themselves are all unilaterally identical. But yeah, you are now standing in the center of Recrovia. So, what would you guys like to do?
Freak out.
Okay, how you want to freak out?
I mean, internally.
Roll for freak out.
Just fucking
Freak out.
panic.
A 5.
5. You're okay. It's not a bad freak
I
out.
prefer the water.
Everyone just like, just randomly just start punching people, just freaking out for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm just going to.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna watch out for anybody that looks like they're watching us specifically. or
I
anything like
want
that.
to keep
Okay.
a passive eye out for the thing that Alakian told me that I told him I'd keep an eye out for.
Okay,
The eye.
okay. Yeah.
Star.
So you're going off of your passive. Alakia, make a perception check for me.
Natural 20 again, so that is a total of 24.
As you look around, and not a single person is looking at you, you gather that because of the insane diversity of this country, or of this city in particular, you guys don't have a second look. Like, no one gives a shit that you're here. Everyone is just
Okay.
minding themselves.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of whisper to the group. Let's try not to get kicked out of this city too.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Well, if we find a bunch of people trying to, I don't know, release an ancient god of fire, we'll be sure to do nothing about it then.
Yeah. What easy said. I'm very determined. I'm just
was being
walking
sarcastic,
toward the echelon.
Alright.
Okay, it's not a far
while
walk,
we're
it's like
headed-
a 3-minute walk.
While we're headed that way, was there a name or anything on that tiefling statue?
You want to go up and investigate it?
Yes.
Sure. You can go up and investigate it. It is very big. It's maybe like 25 feet tall, about the size of a house, made out of like solid copper. It depicts a tiefling woman with like long flowing hair, like slightly curled. Just in a very like proud pose. At the bottom of it, there is a plaque that reads, "Our first leader, Desario Orthes." As you read the name, something strikes your memory. When you were reading the book on the Torn, there was mention that a couple of factions of Tiefling left Recrovi after something called the Orthesian Revolution. This person's last name is Orthes.
Okay.
So there you go.
Good. Thank you.
Can I
That's how
see if I
weird.
can spot any like thieves' cant or anything like that around here? I doubt I'm going to, but I want to just do it anyway.
Sure, make a perception check for me.
That's a 2, so 6.
6. Yeah, as you look around, the area here is so clean it almost blinds you. Like, you can't see any thieves' cant because you're almost squinting at how polished it all is.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna hang back with Free just a little bit from the group, like still walking with them, but kind of a little bit back. He's gonna get his heart broken, isn't he?
Tried to warn him. I told him it might take more than just one day. This can only be a starting step.
Assuming he's real anyway.
Isabel is like next away because she wants to talk to Asmund about her own shit as well.
Okay. So yeah, what are you all doing?
Continuing on to the Arcos Echelon.
Yeah, walking up to the front doors and demanding to see Asmund.
Okay.
I just
Sure,
hope
there is like a low stone wall of like the same polished, like whitish grey stone that overlooks the gardens with a couple flowers of varying like vibrancies and different colors around in front of the building. And as you go up to it, the tower bases sort of come out and overlap the building. And as you walk up to it, you are encased in a little bit of shade before coming up to the big double doors that lead in. What were you saying, Dyto?
No, I was just continuing my conversation with Free.
Yeah, go for it.
I just hope that he's not too let down if there are roadblocks or unanswered questions.
He seems to be quite the hopeful person, so I don't think he'll be downtrodden for too long.
Just have to find other solutions. Or the final answer. They'll just have to be okay with that answer when gets it.
Are the rest of us close enough to hear this? I know
Um,
Isabel's not, but would I be?
if you are back by us, the only one
I
who
would.
would not be able to hear it is Wade.
Oh.
Yeah, Wade and Isabel are up ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're walking together.
So if you want to hear this, you can.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna cut in and just be like, he's hopeful, but I think he's also a little naive at the same time. So I think no matter
Hopeful is
what
a
we
polite way
hear,
of putting it.
I think no matter what we hear, it probably won't be good news.
I don't think it'll be so simple.
I don't either. But I hope for Wade
I
that
hope to be wrong.
you need to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
I'll
Sure.
continue walking after that.
Yeah, as you enter into the building, the doors at this time are open, and they lead into a vast, like entrance lobby. The floor is a polished marble-like stone with like its own sun design, not in the same fashion as the Liberty Guard. It is more of just like a basic sun, but it is engraved into the floor. There is a nice counter all the way at the back, with corridors leading off to either side, and behind the counter is a big balcony with what looks to be another corridor that goes straight down behind it, but up above it. As you walk in, there are a couple people here just talking around. There are a number of formally dressed people who you gather. Some are probably workers here, but also a lot of the formally dressed people seem to be, slightly differently looking. So a lot of just higher ups come here to talk about things. But yeah, as you walk in, you are greeted with this like magnificent, like crazy, sparkly sight.
I'm going to turn to Wade and say, do you want to handle this, or do you want one of us?
No, I think I got this.
Alright.
Is there like what would look like a desk or anything, like a clerk front
Yeah,
desk?
there's a desk. There's a desk just underneath of the balcony, and sitting there is a man. Looks to be elven with like blonde hair that's tied up in a bun at the back.
Bonjour. I'm speaking in Elvish. Hello, my name is
Okay.
Wade. That's
Okay.
all I say.
He gets that. He replies to you in Elvish. He says, "Hello, Wade. What can I do for you today?"
You mind if we switch to common tongue? Sorry, I'm still learning Elvish, but how was my
So
how was my
thumbs up?
pronunciation? Was that good?
It was a little childish, but no, it was fine. I'm surprised that a half-elf does not know Elvish.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I'm looking for Asmin Yavati. Is she
right.
here?
Do you have an appointment?
No, but I bet she would be really upset if you didn't tell her I was here.
Right. What is your business here?
I look back at Izzy like I'm choking here. Choking.
Isabel will walk up and say, we bring news of her brother back from Keijo.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm sorry. What was your name? It's about this time that you hear, literally in the room up above to the right, there is like a small mumbling. There's like a as a small explosion just and smoke comes out of the door on the top right as the door busts open and a small halfling lady and a human male stumble out. Like the human male is like coughing. You hear this cat as it like scoots out of the room. You see the halfling lady like still coughing, has a pair of like thick glasses on, like thick goggles, and pulls them up and turns around and says, "Loven, get my notebook. We got a discovery." And she runs back inside. The guy behind the desk just like looks at you and goes,
That was her. That was her.
Alright.
All right, nice meeting you, sir. I start trying to walk fast-paced around the desk to go over there.
It's the ball
"Yeah,
of
no, go
balls.
ahead." Yeah, he doesn't try and stop you. He just looks like kind of defeated at the prospect of someone dashing out the interior.
Wait.
I'm gonna stay right there.
You walk up the stairs and around into the up to the balcony area as he is watching you guys and turns back to Lakin, sort of confused. Can I help you as well?
Yeah.
We're with
Who
them.
should I talk to about trying to learn magic? And I'm gonna show my Convex Reserve badge.
Yeah, he looks at it and says, "Well, that would do you no good here, I'm afraid. If you would like to schedule an appointment with somebody, I could maybe arrange that for you. But what is your extent of magic at the moment?"
I can fix things. That's it.
Right. You should know that we are more of a university. We don't really take on beginners so much. If you have an aptitude for a little bit of magic, that would be acceptable. But just having a cantrip is not really enough to get in, I'm afraid.
Well, I'll tell you what. Get me an appointment with somebody, and I might be able to change that.
Okay, I will schedule an appointment with a recruiter for you. What is your name?
Malakian.
Last name?
Fuck.
Lakey
I guess I'll give my
fuck.
real last name.
But
It's
never gets
Kalana.
Pendelstein.
Okay, yeah, he writes it down. Alekian, Carolina. Okay, yeah. Where are you staying?
The Minotaur's Muse, is that what it was?
Yeah,
It was.
the Minotaur's Muse.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, okay, I will have a letter sent there in the coming days to arrange an appointment with you to discuss education.
Alright.
Is there anything else, or is
Nope. I think that'll work. That'll do it. And I'll head the direction of everybody else.
Okay, sure, yeah. Yeah, as you guys walk up the stairs, you're ahead of Aleki now, and turn the corner, there is like a small, like tiny plume of smoke that's just coming out from the doorway. You hear from the inside, you hear the female say, "Lolan, where's Jinsey? I ain't seen her." Wade, you remember Jinsey is the name of her cat familiar, who was the same cat that just ran out of the door half a second ago.
Is it Jinxie or Jinsey? What is it?
Jinsey, Jin-si.
I stop, like, before the door, so like I haven't rounded the door yet or anything. I just turn to Izzy and I heavy breathing.
I'm gonna look at him, let him breathe for 5 seconds, and if he doesn't act before then, I open the door. I'm gonna give him a moment to do it himself, but
I never thought about this part. What should I say?
He opens the door. Just like looks
Yeah.
at him and be like, "Now's the time, buddy."
You open the door, and there are two people in here who turn to you. The first is a man, older, a lot older, maybe like late 60s, completely bald with like a couple like tiny white hairs coming out here and there. Very, very dark skin, very tall and skinny, who just sort of like turns and stares at you and like half rounds. The other one, who goggles back on their head now, is a halfling female, with like black hair that is kind of tight against the scalp, and then into a big puffy bun, almost like this big on the back of the head, just like a bit, almost like a bee's nest right on the back of her head. She's got little freckles here and there, wearing, you know, somewhat formal clothes that are completely sootened and blackened, as is most of her face. And she turns to you and she's like, "Oh, hey, who are you?"
I'm Isabel.
I push Wade from behind.
Not really what's important right now, and I step out of the way as I can make it push towards me. I just step out of the way and do the Will Smith thing, like the arms.
The Will Smith thing.
The arms when he like showed off his wife at the award show.
Is that it?
No, it's basically.
I'm just chilling in the doorway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did I actually get pushed in?
Oh yes, Free definitely pushed you in.
Oh yeah.
She sees Free
Hey.
push Wade in, and Isabel stands out the way, and she takes off her glasses and squints at you. Wade? And she like rushes over to you and gives you like the biggest hug.
Hey, Hasman.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet.
I give her a huge hug back. I lift her
Like,
off the
pushes
ground
you-
a little bit.
Yeah, you lift her off the ground and put her back down. She pushes off of you, and she's like, "What the fuck do you think you were doing?" And she starts punching you in the middle of the stomach.
What? What do you mean? What am I doing?
And she like
I like
holds
this
your
one.
alligator punch. She's like, "I'm so glad you're safe, though." And starts hugging you again. It's like this constant back and forth of pain, and then kind of nice.
What?
Oh, I like that.
Man, yeah, it's so good to see you. Did you lose Jinsey? Where?
She like pushes her way back off you. Yeah, you know,
That cat's still following you around, huh?
That cat is my cat, and she snaps her fingers, and she's like, "Hey, wait, stand back a bit." She's like kind of flustered by this whole encounter. She's like, "Okay." Snaps her fingers again, and the cat, who is like a black and white speckled cat, appears at the bottom of your feet and just sits and looks up at you. These like big yellow eyes.
Yeah, I lean over and I'll pet Jinsey. Is it a boy
Yeah,
or
as
a
you go
girl?
and, Jinxie's a boy. As you go and put your hand down, it sort of like steps off its back paws a little bit and brushes the head
Good
against you.
boy. Hey, Jinsey.
So, this isn't unexpected. What are you doing here?
Yeah, that's, we might want to sit down somewhere for this one. I have a lot to fill you in on.
Okay, sure.
Oh,
She starts to
where-
begin walking.
where are my manners? I'm sorry. Before these are my friends. They helped me get here. This is Izzy, and that's
Hello.
Thyra, and that's Free.
Hi.
And
Hello.
is a lake in here or is he not here?
At this point, he's not here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a never mind.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
she's like-
he left it in the lobby. So
She looks over all. She's like, "Hi, hey, it's me. I'm a friend of Wade's. Thank you so much for keeping him
we've heard
safe."
about you.
Keeping me
Oh.
safe. Are you kidding me? Nah, these guys, they're lucky they have me.
Well, I mean, wait, after what happened, no one's heard from you in like months. No one knows where you went. No one
Isabel
knows
can
what
like
happened to you.
upon Isabel here, like they're looking at me, she's like going to say something. She's like, he did put KFC twice, so just keep her mouth shut. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, we're lucky to have him.
Nah, I'm just kidding. They're good people. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, he had a run in with. Oh, you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't tell anything if no one wants me to tell.
Well, what do you know? It's okay. I trust them. What do you know? Seemed like you weren't expecting me.
Well, I mean, no one back home has seen you in like 3 months, Wade. Last they heard that it was you and Kev when you went out to go and fight the great ghost gator, and you went to go and kill that, and that was it. Last anyone saw you, you was running out of town. No one's seen Kev. We kind of all just assumed that, you know, maybe
Oh no,
the worst had happened.
you don't think Ma thinks that, do you? Oh God, I gotta go back there and tell her.
Wait, no one has heard anything in months.
Okay.
No one even know if you were alive.
I don't even know where to start. Okay, I was on my way to see you, and then we got captured. Me and my friends here, Free, and the other one who's not here. We got captured in this slave fighting pit and got brought halfway across the continent, and we've been working our way back. The group of us, all the way to get back here since.
I tested this. We were slaves for about a week and a half, maybe. And this was transported, and then we had to fight to the death. And then, continue.
But it's true what you heard. Me, Kev, and I, we went to go chase the ghost gator. We heard from that man who owns the plantation that he had been being harassed by it, so we went to go investigate it because it's the ghost gator. I mean, if you see that thing, I mean, you're a hero, right? Anyways, we
Fucking ghost gator.
well, I don't know how to say this.
Before we get to any of that, I mean, no one's seen you in, like 3 months. So where's Kev? Is he okay with you, or? Because no one's seen him either, and I didn't. You're here, so.
Wade's heart kind of sinks into his stomach. Well, we found the ghost gator, and well, things are kind of a bit of a blur, but ever since Kiv's been stuck in my head.
Like, what? I'm sorry. What?
I think the Kev, what's something that only you would know about Asmin?
Yeah, you hear the voice come back in your head. It's like, I don't know what the way. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time thinking right now.
Kev, okay, we chased the ghost gator down, and it crawled into this stump, this big tree stump. We chased it in, and we ended up in like this room, and there was these benches or tables, and we got tied down, and then the gator wasn't a gator anymore, and then she was doing something to Kev, and I don't know, I just couldn't, so I I tried to do something. I was yelling, and then there was this bright light, and we woke up back on the riverbank. And ever since then, Kev was nowhere to be seen. It was just me, and he's been talking to me in my head. And so we came here to find you, and we figured you might know how to fix us.
Make a persuasion check for me, Wade.
Would I have gotten back to the group by this point, probably?
Yeah, you'd be starting to emerge about now.
16 plus persuade. Plus 7? Fuck, I'm so good at persuading.
That's pretty good.
24. I have to count on my fingers because I'm that bad.
Yeah, she looks at you and she says, Wade, I don't think you're lying. But what you're saying to me, that doesn't make any sense. No one in the history of magic has ever been inside someone else's head.
I would like, at this point, put my hand on Wade's shoulder. Could I speak for a minute there?
Yeah, she like snaps out of direct focus on Wade. She's like, oh yeah, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Occasionally Wade explodes.
What? Yeah, explain.
Just occasionally he just explodes with magic. I think that might be a thing to mention.
No, Wade's never had no magic before. No, Wade's been using like fishing rods and stuff all his life. He's not no magic
shoot a firebolt at me. Should you take our coat and shoot a firebolt at me? There.
I'm not gonna shoot a firebolt at you. You know how powerful my firebolts are. I'm so good at firebolts. Okay. Here.
I can stick my hand in a forge fire and not get hurt.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Hold on. And I do a signature fucking move. Minor illusion, an alligator.
Yeah. An alligator just appears on the table, and everyone else is kind of used to it by now. And you see that Aspen has no reaction to the alligator suddenly appearing. The man who has yet to speak, who has just sort of been like peering in over the side, is like backs up a little bit and runs back to the end of what you are looking at. What you are sitting in now appears to be a lab of some sort. There are like clutter all around. There's a central desk and like a counter all the way back around. And he goes around to the back counter and appears to put a kettle on. Asmin sees this appear in front of her. She's like, I don't know what to say, Wade.
I mean, I can do all sorts of things now. I couldn't do any of this, before that incident.
Right. Yeah. You say Kev's in your head? Can he see me?
I forget, but I feel like we've gone over this.
Yes, I can see and hear, but
see
cannot
and
touch
hear.
face or no.
Yeah, he can see you. He can hear you.
What is he saying right now to you?
Actually, kind of quiet. If there.
Yeah. There is like a long, drawn-out silence. He's like, yeah. I'm sorry, Wade. I just weird, you know.
No, I know it took me forever to get used to it. I mean, I had trouble thinking straight before, and now I got two thoughts.
Yeah, she is like listening to you, and she just like gets up off the table and walks all the way around and just gives you another big hug.
I'm so sorry, Yasmin.
No,
Equa, how much would I have heard, do you think, coming down the hall of what Wade was telling?
You would have heard up to when I said that you ended. So whatever was up to that point, you didn't get.
Okay.
But anything beyond that, you got.
Yep.
Wade, you hear her say, So you're telling me, and I ain't never known no reason for you to lie before. But you're telling me that he might be okay?
Oh, yeah, he's okay. He's in my head. We just don't know how to get him out. That's all.
How fucking take it? And she starts like slowly crying and starts gripping you tighter.
Yeah, I keep hugging her back.
It's at this point that the man just starts like tiptoeing over and places a small tray of water and cups of tea bags in them on the table and just like backs out.
Kind of rubbing her
He's
head.
the hot guy. He's hey.
She like pushes back off of Wade, wipes the tears away. She's like, "Oh yeah, no, sorry. That's Loven. Loven's my lab partner. Say hi, Loven." He's like, "Okay, that's enough out of you. Okay, right. Well, great."
Oh, I love her.
Not to be the spoil sport or anything.
Turns over to you. She's like, "Oh, this is
Aiken.
Aiken.
Aiken. No.
Hello, Aiken. I'm
Nah.
Heisman.
Aiken. Sorry, I
Hi.
wouldn't have actually said that.
Single time that wait just like you, someone gets the name wrong.
Yeah.
Not to be the spoil sport or anything, but now that we're here, wait, I want to ask you something.
Sure, yeah. What?
It's at this point that she turns to Logan and says, "Logan, get my notebook. I gotta write some shit down." And he like runs over and picks up a small notebook and hands it over to her. She sits back down and like starts scrolling.
Other than his personality, in your head, does Kev have any memories of things that were just him, or was it, or are the only things you guys talk about stuff that involved both of you?
Kev? You remember anything that I wasn't there for?
He pipes up. He's like, I don't know, Wade. I mean, you're asking kind of specific. I mean,
What was
we
your
spent a lot of time together.
what was your first birthday present?
My first birthday present. It was maybe a ball. Wait, no, that was your first birthday present. No, I think it was a ball.
Equa, can I think back to my first birthday? Did I get a ball?
You did get a ball for your first birthday.
No, Kev. Kev, I got a ball.
No, you might have gotten a ball, but I'm pretty sure I got a ball. Two, maybe.
No, I know that one. I guess not, Lakian.
Isabel's gonna step up and be like, hold a second, Asmin, and she's gonna take her off to the side and says, "Is there any memories of you and Kev where Wade wasn't there that you can tell me, and I'll ask about it and see if Kev remembers within Lakian's brain."
Yeah, she's like, she's has to stop writing down notes, and you can see she's writing down all of this information that Wade's told her. She's like, shit, I don't know. I mean, you gotta remember these two have been together since they were tiny. Like, since they could both walk, they were together. Half the time Wade spent over at our house, and half the time Wade was over at our house, and Kev was over at his house. I'm sorry, there's a lot of information to take in right now for me.
And, I'm about to ruin your life in about 30 minutes after this conversation is over. Before that, I need to ask you to remember anything just between you and your brother.
I don't know. I asked him what I was doing when, or how I reacted when I got accepted into the archivist echelon.
Alright, I'm gonna turn, go up to Wade, put my hand on Wade's shoulder sympathetically, and go, Kev, how did your sister react when she got accepted into the to the archivist echelon? Hard
Wade,
for
you
to do an accent.
almost immediately hair back. He says, she cried because she didn't. She was happy to be accepted. That she was sad because she had to leave us. She cried, which is different, Wade, from your memory of her telling you the day after why she was very happy about it.
Yes.
Kev, that's good. That's good, Kev.
Wait, why?
Okay. He knows. He says, Asma, he said that you were crying. You were upset that you had to leave Keijo.
Yeah, you see her like a small smile begins to grow on her face. She's like, yeah, that's right. I knew he'd be okay someday. You know.
But Wade, did he ever tell you that?
I don't think so. Did he ever tell me that, Equa?
It's hard to remember this specific one. You and Kev share a lot.
Hear a lot.
The memory that you remember was of her being happy.
I mean, I don't remember if Kev ever said that to me, but what I remember is Asma being really excited to go here.
Alright. A lot of emotions going on. I think we are able to say that there probably is something of Kev in his brain. Also, a fucking ghost skater.
And
What is your life?
Okay.
Who are you? What the fuck?
Dude, okay, I can't believe you don't know about the Great Ghost Skater, Keijo. Yeah, it's just legend has it. There's this giant gator. It's real, by the way. It's real.
Focus.
Yeah, as
Okay.
it is real. I seen it before with my own two eyes too.
Alright, gotta focus because
well, the
do
gator,
magic things on his brain. She's gonna step back.
the ghost skater's just an old woman. Old, weird, creepy looking woman.
What do you mean she's an old woman?
Creepy old woman. She puts on her the gator hide. She turns into a gator. Takes it off. Is human again, or whatever the hell she was.
Saying she's a sheep in wolf's clothing, or a wolf in sheep's clothing.
There you go.
The goon and gators guys.
Really good, Wade. He's so good. We're proud of you for that one.
That's a good start. I'm sure we could look up legends at a library around here.
Do I recognize this? Do I recall hearing a story similar to that at any point, Equa?
Make a history check for me.
Okay.
Can I do the same thing? Since my whole society is based on legends?
Sure, you can make a history check too.
This is very
19 for me.
truly the player.
A 19 for
thinks.
you.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get, Farah?
I rolled a 19, you said history, plus 3,
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, Farah, you have not heard in particular of the Great Ghost Gator. Alakin, you have also not heard of the Great Ghost Gator. You have heard of, you know, the town Keijo, where Wade is from.
Mm-hmm.
It's home to a lot of gators.
I specifically meant like somebody being able to do something similar to
Like
that.
shape shifting.
Shape shifting.
Oh, the 19. I mean, yeah, there are in many wizard circles there are, you know, people who can polymorph. You've met werewolves before, who have turned into literal wolves before your eyes.
Well, with someone
So-
turning into animals, I didn't have to roll for that.
Yeah.
So, Asmin, any ideas?
She looks up from the notebook that she's been scrolling and she says, I ain't never heard of nothing like this before. I've been working on other things than this. And she beckons over to the table, where a couple of you notice a familiarish crystal, Thyra and Free. You've recognized this crystal before. She says, but I never heard of someone being stuck inside someone else's head. I mean, weird things happen, right? You can do magic now.
What is the crystal?
It is
The floating
a
crystals?
It is a tiny crystal about this big of a purplish, like grey pigmentation that is currently gently floating above the table.
Yes.
Do Free and I notice it at about the same time?
Yeah, she points it out.
I'm gonna kind of like give eyes at Free.
That's just nifty.
Do I see this exchange between you two? Considering I'm like in the back,
That's up
more
to
or
you two.
less.
Were you being obvious or were you being sneaky?
No, probably subtle.
Okay. What's your passive perception, Alakian?
Passive is 14.
I would put that at probably. You guys are ahead of him. I'd probably put that at like a 15 or 14. So I'll say it's up to you guys. Up to Thyra and Free. If you want to say that he saw it, then you can. Otherwise. Because it is a two-person thing. So what do you think?
It's up to you, Free.
Well, if he was behind us, he might have seen us glance at each other, but I'm not sure how much he would have noticed otherwise.
Okay, sure. So yeah, you see them look at each other.
Okay.
But it's not much more than that.
That's fine. That's all I expected to get, I think. So.
Fair enough.
So, if you don't know anything, what do we do?
Well, I mean, what does anyone do here? We gotta go research. There ain't nothing else to do but research. I can ask my boss. But I can't. There are areas of the library that are restricted to newcomers like me. So.
Asmin, what exactly are you working on right now?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. And she runs around to the other side of the table. You see now where the flight rock is, the little shard, underneath of it, the whole table is like blackened from a small explosion that appeared to have happened there. She says, do you know what this is? All you?
Yes.
I
Oh, good. Well, this... People think that flat rock only has the ability to float, to make other things float if it can support the weight. But I don't think so. I think it can do more things than that. It has energy stored up in it, and I'm trying to figure out how to use that energy for better good. Like, like to equip police force or military or something like that. But as you can see, my experiments aren't going too good, and I only have this little shard. It's really, really hard to come by. There's only, I don't know, 50 pounds of it in the whole continent, so this is rare. I'm trying to figure it out though, because I'm trying to get my promotion soon.
Like, me as a player cannot find it in my notes what this thing is.
It is a small piece of something called flight rock.
Wait.
Yep. Which is just a purplish.
We saw it in the
light purple
Vantrix
Saw it in the
collection, right?
Vantrix collection. Yeah.
Yeah, I found it.
Yes, so
Okay.
did I. And the one from the collection was from the borders of Casco.
Which is where we are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you think this does more than float? It looks like it made it explode.
Yeah, it exploded on me. It's not what I try to do. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to like take away from what you're saying, but I'm kind of focused on. And she points over to Wade. I don't want to be rude or nothing. It's just Wade just told me
Brother
that
is
my
trapped
brother's
in the
trapped
brain
in
of
his
your
head.
childhood
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, that's the one.
Asmund, I've been trying to find ways to let Kev communicate with others. And I've tried all sorts of things, but nothing seems to work. Is there any way that you know of?
I mean, has anybody tried telepathy on Kev or anything?
I don't think any of us are capable of telepathy.
Don't have that capability.
Right.
Right. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That will probably be where I first try to start at.
Can you do that? Maybe. Do you want to talk to your brother? He's been.
No, that's not in my particular repertoire at the moment. I'm afraid.
Okay.
Who would we need to talk to about that then?
I don't know. No, never mind. That ain't gonna work. I don't know. I don't know.
Isabel turns at the she says it's not going to work and goes, "Who are you thinking of just now? Who's that?"
Well, there's my boss. He's pretty strong. He's a wizard.
Strong as in like magically, or
Yeah, he's
in
powerful.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna turn to Free and be like, I guess you and me talk to him. We're the most charismatic. Besides White, but he's
I mean, if we
emotionally distressed.
I don't know if he's gonna go through that for that. He's real busy doing stuff for Echelon. He just got back from a trip, maybe. He's going on a lot of trips, but he's working on his new artifact that he got. So I don't know if he'll have time for this.
Could you describe that artifact for me?
I haven't seen it. He won't let anyone see it no more.
Isabel's gonna close her eyes, take a deep breath, and go, "What if I had something that he's never seen before? Would he talk to me then? Something magical? Something. I put my hand up and go, something potentially very dangerous as well?
Maybe, it depends. What is it?
It's alive. remember earlier when I said about to destroy your world in about 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I was going to turn to Asmund's lab partner, I should say, and be like, could you give us some privacy? This is not something that I want to make public, if you understand.
Yeah, he turns to her and she's like, well, I guess. He's like, he exits the room, and as she's staring at you, just see her go.
That might be
I'm
more
gonna take a couple
necessary
steps
than
back.
you imagine. I'm going to turn to Free and go, don't worry, I'm not going to do what you're thinking I'm going to do. So, remember how you said that there's never in the history of magic that more than one person's been inside a person's head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm number 2. Or I think actually number 1, this happened before Wade. This happened with Kevin Wade. And she's going to use disguise self and just let the parasite just kind of like crawl up around from the back of her head and just like make the fucking chaos mouth, and then tongue like lashes out.
Okay.
And then
Are you doing this around
goes
Free's
back.
head?
No, around. No. It's just going to come slithering out. It's not going to go around Free's head. It's going to go kind of towards Asmund and then back into Isabel's mouth.
Yeah, as you use disguise self, there is like an element of familiarity with her, and then the parasite just starts to emerge forward, and the tongue lashes out, and you hear her go, "Oh shit!" Shield comes up in front of her.
Yeah. Isabel will also let Chaos speak just a little bit. Goes, "You're interesting," and then the tongue goes back.
Okay. Real quick before we begin, that's not what Kev looks like, right? Because I don't want nothing bad.
Oh no
to happen.
Different. This is something different.
Isabel's case is very different.
Okay. I really hope so. No offense to you, but I really hope so.
Oh, don't worry. He's a piece of shit. It's fine.
Okay.
Right. So, would
yeah.
that be interesting enough to get a conversation with your boss?
Maybe I'll
Maybe.
I'll get someone to send a message to Yasik, and we'll see what he says.
While
I ain't promising nothing, no.
Did she just say Yasik?
Yes, she did.
Cool. I'm
Do we know
going to
Yasik?
ask if he went to an area around
Oh no.
whatever the hell.
So much
Wherever the hell it
backstory,
was.
one location. Oh my god.
Welcome to the Alchemist Echelon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were asking. She's like, I don't. He don't tell us much. I mean, he's a very busy man. So there's not really much that he can say, especially if he's on official business. So,
Well,
not
I'll
really
tell you what.
was he the which one was he? He was
That-
one of the guys.
he was the guy that was coming. He wasn't actually there yet. He was the guy that was coming whenever we left.
He picked it up and brought it here, maybe then.
That's
We
what
ended
I'm
up
talking
finding it by
about.
accident.
So-
That's it. It wasn't big. Yes, it's it.
To make it a little bit more
Speaking for a
interesting.
moment.
So much is happening at once. This is very exciting.
To make it a little more interesting, let him know that we might have some information on that artifact that he's studying as well.
That he
I'm
brought
gonna-
home Earn Roots.
Alright.
Specifically mentioned that. I'm sure that'll catch his attention.
From
I'm going to pull out my journal where I drew the thing, rip it out, and just hand it to her. Here come this too.
Okay, sure.
We've been around.
No kidding. She looks over to Wade, just like, I thought you was never gonna leave Keijo.
It was a long journey.
I can't
Again, we
imagine.
were slaves for about a week and a half. So
Right. Well, you can tell me all about it after I get done here, I suppose. You, I don't know if you guys are staying or you can come stay with me if you want.
Yeah, I'd love that.
So,
Whereabouts do you live now?
I'm in the outer ring of the city. I can't afford nothing fancy in the middle. But it's not very big, but I can try and fit everyone in here.
is it more than 2 rooms?
No, but we might be able to figure something out.
Well, last
Well, I
time
mean,
we
it depends
stayed,
really, because
was-
I got kind of like a half wall in between my kitchen and my living room, but there's no technical wall there, so kind
You
of
said at my
no.
house when I entered, and there is literally 2 rooms, one of which is where I sleep. So we'll
How-
do if we decide to take up her offer of being quite generous.
How big are we talking in comparison to like your mom's house?
Little bigger, maybe 3 feet bigger.
Sounds like plenty of space. You're doing good for yourself. I like what you did with your hair. Nice.
Oh, thank you. Nice. She still starts to like scratch the back of her head. Yeah. Yeah. No. Sure. If you wanna come meet me back here after work, maybe at like 6 o'clock or something, then I'll show you home if you want to. Or yeah.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Oh, and
Sure.
sorry for the whole tongue thing. It's just the quickest way to explain it.
No, I don't really understand. None of it ain't right now, but no, it's fine.
It's sentient. It's alive. It's in my head, and it likes to eat things. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll let someone else handle that one for the moment while I focus on other things.
Oh, for sure. I just wanted to a bargaining chip with your boss. So please keep it quiet because I don't know how people react to this thing being around.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Logan, keep it. Oh wait, he's outside.
That's
Can
why I
you let him
have
in?
leave.
So let him in a little bit.
I'll open the door. I'm trying to be very polite right now.
Yeah, you watch him come down the hallway and just poke his head in, and she's like, "It's fine, you can come back in." And he walks in.
Good.
Reed looks visibly kind of frustrated.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I want to go to the monastery.
I'm
Because
gonna be the last one to leave the room because I'm gonna talk to Yasmin.
Okay, sure. So you guys all start to head out. Wade, she stops you as you go and leave. She like grabs your hand and stops you from walking out. She's like, "Let's go." She's like, "Okay, so I'm gonna figure out a plan for this. I'm going to start working on some research or something, and we'll figure something out with this. I want you to tell me more about this lady, and
Did she just call a lady?
I'll start working on it. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
She's like,
I'm
backs
so
off.
sorry. Isman, do you have like a badge or anything that like proves you're a member of the echelon?
Yeah. Why?
Could I see it for a second? Just want to see it.
I'm not supposed to let that out.
I literally told you my darkest secret I've ever had. Please.
Hey,
Well, I don't know
Hey.
about that.
Izzy, let's not get her kicked out of this place.
No, no,
just-
no. I just want to look at it.
You work
I don't
really
need- I don't
hard
need
to
to
get
have
here.
it. I need to look at it, and then I can get us in.
Wait, what do you mean? Get us in?
I am a criminal, and I'm very good at copying things.
Oh,
I'm being
no,
honest.
I'm not sure I can. No, I seem to have misplaced my badge somewhere.
I'm gonna look at a Lakian and like go up to him and be like, "Get me a badge," and I want to walk
Yeah,
away.
she watches you walk up to Lake and she's like, okay, and she walks around to the back of the table.
Because I have an idea. I really want to help Wade, and I need a fucking fake badge to do it.
I'm sorry about them. They mean well. They just do things their own way.
Right. Don't let them steal nothing when they're in my house, please. I only got so much stuff.
I'm not that kind of criminal.
I'll think about it.
He is.
Maybe just you in the house might be okay. Respectfully, I don't know your friends so well, and I might have made a little bit of a misjudgment in trusting them so much.
At least close to.
Oops.
I promise they're not gonna do nothing. I know they come off hard, yeah. But
I don't steal from people I like. It's fine. You're okay.
if you feel more comfortable with that, that's fine. I understand. We don't want to impose.
No, you should stay. You should stay. I'll figure something out.
We really appreciate it, Asmin, and it was really good seeing you about the circumstances.
And if there's anything we can do to help you figure out what's up with Wade and his brain, and I'm starting to suspect it might have to do something with the ghost gazer, we are more than willing to help you in any way.
Yeah, I'm going to start
awesome.
working on that.
Yeah, if you,
I got to let Mom and Pa know that Kev's maybe alive or something.
yeah, if you have any questions, you need me to come back here, you just say the word. You need to do experiments, I don't care. You can needle me up, do whatever you have to.
Okay, yeah.
Oak and proud.
Thank you, Wade. Thank you.
Needle me up.
Needle me up, Daddy.
Yeah, she just sits behind the table and watches you all leave, apart from Thyra, who stays.
Back is in the back. Out.
Hey! I've
I don't-
gone around one way in this world, and it's tricking people.
I don't know about you, Yasmin, but I like honey in my tea, especially when it comes straight from the hive.
Okay, that's nice.
You take the honey from the hive and put it into something else. Maybe your research can start there on a larger scale
With bees?
with humans.
Humans don't make no honey. I'm real confused. Are you talking in code?
Kev is the honey in the hive. Wait,
Okay.
sorry, I thought
Logan?
with you being here, you'd be a little smarter than this.
Oh!
Burn.
Fucking shots fired.
Sorry.
Oh shit.
Yeah, she says,
Maybe you can find a
Okay.
way to extract Kev's essence from Wade to put into something else. Or
do you know
what?
something that you're not telling him or something? Because I don't know what you're trying to say, but I must say you're coming off as mighty insulting right now. To me.
I'm usually a nice person,
Okay,
but
I'll
maybe
take your word
maybe
for
you
it.
can research extracting somebody's essence from something to put into something else.
See, I don't know why you wouldn't just say that. I am real smart, but I feel like you should have just said that out the get-go, because it was a really weird metaphor. I'll even
Well,
write that down.
I also knew that Wade wouldn't get it if he overheard it. And I don't want to get his hopes up too high if this doesn't work.
It'll work. It's gotta work.
Excuse me.
Let's hope it does.
Right, yeah. Well,
And don't worry, if they steal something, I'll knock them out again.
oh, that's good. Please do.
You haven't done it to me the first time.
Well, thank you for keeping him safe. It means a lot.
We keep each other safe. That's why we all came here together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll see you later.
Have fun blowing things up.
We're trying not to blow things up, but I will have fun if something does blow up. Thank you. Yeah, and you go to leave and close the door, and you hear like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. And I'll leave.
Okay. Yeah, as you hear her take a deep breath, and then she's like, "Okay, Logan, test 113, let's go." And they start walking back around in the thing, and you hear like clutter banging around. They start setting up a new experiment.
I do want to say, whenever Thyra came out, Alekia was standing right next to the door, waiting for her. So.
Okay.
If she chooses to say anything, that's fine. If not, I don't care. I was just standing and listening.
How much did you hear?
I heard all of it. But I'm going to be honest. The reason I stayed was because I wanted to figure out whether somebody else might be thinking the same thing I am. In that Kev could just be Wade trying to deal with grief in his own way.
Possibility, but you have to come at it from every angle.
I understand that. I'm just trying to see it as more than just what Wade thinks it is.
Well, last I checked, what I just said to Yasmin was what I think, not what Reed thinks.
And I know that.
And it's not necessarily what I think, it's just an option to help find an answer.
For sure. For sure.
I'm gonna walk up to the rest of the room.
Okay, you do so. So yeah, as you guys walk down the staircase, the guy behind the counter is just, mindfully watching you all leave, in various states of emotion right now. And he just, gently smiles and nods as you all leave out into the midday sun. Before we end off, is there anything that anyone quickly wants to do?
I don't. Not right now, at least.
I just turn into the group and I thanks everyone for getting me here.
Of course. It's only one step along the way. We'll be there
Oi.
for the rest.
And Wade just breaks down into tears.
Oh.
Free will offer him a hug.
So will Thyra.
But she will.
Isabel will awkwardly join the hug.
The only
Like,
one
okay.
not doing it awkwardly is Thyra.
The only one who's not doing it in general is Alekia, who's just
Correct.
Yeah.
It's okay.
doing whatever Alekia's doing.
It's to be fair, she might be doing it awkwardly, but she doesn't care. Who knows? Yeah. Oh, I want that. Oh, that fucking ghost gator. I want to get it. I have new theories.
So yeah, as we all end on Wade in a little group hug, having a very, very emotional day. We're gonna end the episode there. Good session, y'all. Proud of you
Great
That
guys.
was great. It was fun.
Loved it.
Yeah.
So thank you everyone
Backstory.
for watching. We will start to dive more into Wade's backstory soon.
Oh, I'm
I
excited.
got a lot
I
of
wanna go to
stuff
K
done
Joe.
today. Yeah.
We did.
Alation got a
That's what
vision. You found a new city. You got more insight into Wade. Look at that. Good sesh. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around for the whole thing. I know Denise has been here for the whole thing. I saw Dyto's mom at the beginning. I don't know if she's still here or not.
She's still there.
But with that, we are going to be
Rating.
back here next Monday for the next episode of Emoris. We will be raiding Chaotic Calling as we normally do.
Yes.
I don't have anything else to say. Anyone else?
Join our Discord, follow our
That's it.
Twitter.
Did that.
Actually, there's one thing. I found a really cool thing on Twitter called Dungeon Scrawl. It lets you make like dungeon maps really easily on the computer. Check it out. It's really cool.
I will check that out.
Dungeons. Just look up Dungeon Scrawl. It's fucking awesome.
Dungeon Scroll.
Thanks for
But yeah,
joining us on this crazy ride.
Yep.
Thanks everyone. And with
We're
that,
wrapping
we'll
up.
catch you guys next week. So, let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you soon. Toodaloo.
Bye. Yeah, wash your hands. They can use a reminder to say that. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.